Hi. This is always really awkward, isn't it? The start of these interviews. Like, hi, how are you? It's not like we've just been talking for 10 minutes before it went live or anything.
Not at all. It's totally fine.
How are you, Jane?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a sunny day, and I love sunny days, so I'm great. I woke up great.
I love sunny days, but unfortunately, being in the UK, they are few and far between. But there we go. So, you are the very first guest on what is a new format, actually, that's supported by the ladies from Gala called Web3 Women. And just to do a bit of an intro as to what on earth Web3 Women is about, the clue is kind of in the title, I think. Um, but what we're trying to do really is just to appeal, mainly, of course, to the females out there, just to show them a little bit about what Web3 is, the kind of things that you can get involved in, the exciting stuff that's happening, and just make it a little bit more inclusive and a little less intimidating. There is a little bit of a, as always when things are new, there's a little bit of a sort of a cultural shift that maybe needs to happen from investing and I think they're called crypto bros, into
Mhm.
something that's a little bit more for everyone so that we can build this new and really exciting decentralized space for everybody to enjoy and to get benefit from. So that's the kind of the what we would call in Gala the preamble as to what this is about. And over the next few weeks, we're going to be meeting CEOs, we're going to be meeting amazing artists, we're going to be meeting some famous faces, and we're going to be meeting some undiscovered and phenomenal talent, which is a really good time to introduce you, Jane. Jane, who are you? Who is Jane? And why should we know you? Or what might we know that maybe has come from you, but we weren't aware of it? So tell us a little bit about yourself.
That's such a great question. Who is Shane? I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, all around creative. I You can hear me most recently on Snoop Dogg's Algorithm album. I'm on there, I believe, 3 times. Um, I'm very. I've been doing this for a while, but I'm to the industry new and upcoming. So I plan on doing a lot. I plan on you guys hearing my voice a lot and seeing my face a lot more.
So that's a really interesting thing you just said. You said, I've been here a long time, but I'm emerging in the industry. Can you just dig in a little bit as to what that means? Like, how can you be here a long time and be emerging? I'm guessing that's the nuance with music. So could you just talk to that a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like there's this saying where they say that an artist doesn't have true success until like they're in it for 10 years plus. And I've definitely been in it for 10 years plus. I pretty much after high school just got right into just wanting to do music. I did go to an arts high school. So that was, really kind of the push to really make me want to do it as a career. I've always sang since I was like 3 years old. So I've always like created music. I've always wanted to be in music in some shape or form. Once I graduated high school, I really kind of got serious with it. And yeah, I've been honestly rolling with being in the industry very low key. I've written for people. I've worked with a lot
Who have
of
you written for? Come on, give us some names. Who have you written for? Do I know
written,
any of them?
yeah, I'm pretty sure Kelly Rowland, Rick
Ideally.
Ross, Raphael Sadiq, just to name
Wow.
a few, yeah. Snoop
That's
Dogg.
that's pretty okay, that's pretty nice, pretty impressive. Bit of a mic drop, no problem. So I'm curious. We are talking to you as a Web3 woman. Why Web3? So you've sort of explained that you've been in the industry a while. Do you think would you say it's a success? I mean, you've written for some notable musicians. You're obviously well respected. I've heard your voice. Oh my goodness. Um, so why Web3? Why are you here? What are you hoping that this will give you that maybe you haven't had before as an artist, or is it just that you're interested in exploring? What's the hook for you?
I think it's just a little bit of both. I know that it's the future, and I know that technology is going to continue to advance and evolve. So, you know, just to even be in this space and to see this day to where, there is even Web3 and just all of these new technical or technological apps and just devices and spaces is really, really cool to me. I'm not, I'm just kind of like, I, I'm a beginner in it, but it's just so interesting to me with how technology is continuing to move. And I just know that this is the future. And I know that it's something that I'd rather be hip and privy to than to not. And it's just so cool to see other women do it. So I'm always like interested when I see the ladies taking stuff on.
And I'm going to ask you this. It's a loaded question. Have you been, because I do look after Gala Music as well. Um, have you ever been part of a record label directly? And what was that experience like? What was the good and what was the bad? And where do you think we maybe need to change? And big question, do you think that the new world you're talking about is going to help with that a little bit?
That that is very loaded. I
Told you.
was I was on Def Jam for a little bit, very, very short period of time. Um, and I think with the short period of time, I didn't really know, I didn't experience the good or bad effects. It was just kind of like a standstill. I am on death row, and just to see how they're moving and just to see the vision that they have for Web3 and just combining that with music is just very, very interesting to me. I believe that, yes, this is going to be, I'm not even going to say a way, but it's going to be more of a way of life with how people consume music eventually. Just like MP3s were the evolution of cassette tapes and CDs and stuff like that, and even like records and vinyls and stuff. So I believe this is just another evolution to where music and entertainment can go.
And do you, just because I've already asked you a loaded question, so I might as well carry on. Do you own your music? Do you own your stuff, or do you have to? How is that working with you, and how can you then bring it into Web3? Do you think, or is it going to be new stuff that you're releasing? What are your plans in the space?
Um, Now I do. Now I do. I think with that's another reason why I love just the people that I'm with now and business wise, because they're all about ownership. They're all about young people owning their music and their anything that they put their skill and craft to. Um, I believe that that's another thing that is just honestly great. It's Web3 is literally going to be that thing to where young people are going to be able to dive into ownership, dive into um, and which they're already doing in a sense. But I believe that this way of putting music out is going to be even more advanced to where unless you really just want someone to own your stuff, you're gonna be able to own your music, and that's really really dope to do. It's almost like equity, but in just a musical form or an art form, and I think that's just really cool to me. It's literally like equity in the state, but in art form.
And how do you think? that'll affect your relationship with your fans? Or I mean, I obviously did a bit of internet stalking, and I've seen that you've got over 22,000 followers on Instagram, for example. So how does your current fan base compare to, you know, your visibility in the industry? And do you think that Web3 is a way to sort of help that? Do you think it's about giving them more? What do you see the sort of the opportunity for Web3 being when it comes to your relationship with your fans, and maybe growing your fan base?
I definitely believe it's going to be a tool for growth in my fan base. And then also, I believe that when my fans can see me doing something, I believe that, you know, I'm a very honest individual. I'm a very transparent individual. I'm pretty much what you see is what you get. Um, I know that we've built that trust with me and my fans to where they know I'm just not going to be diving into anything. And anything that I do dive into is going to be for the advancement of not only me, but my people. So I believe that if people who aren't privy can see me diving in, and it's not even like I know I'm super like an expert yet on this, but when they can see me trying and then say, hey, you know, the water's just fine here, you can come on in, I believe that they'll, you know, want to come in right with me. And I think it'll be more of a intimate way to connect with my fans, because of course they'll be getting things that maybe some other outlets aren't gonna have.
Oh, so now you've led me into my next question. Are you releasing something soon on the blockchain? And if so, can you give us a little hint as to what it is? A little sneak peek, maybe? Do you
Yeah,
know I'm
I
trying to get you to sing? You do know that, don't you? I'm like, go on, just give us a little sneak peek.
okay, so I'm definitely dropping a project very, very soon. And yes, I'll sing a little bit of one of my favorite songs on the project called Madman's World. Baby, it's a madman's world. If you leave, you'll know it'll be over. I'll pack my things with no closure. You know I got options, baby. Yeah, I have a crazy bad morning voice right now. But yes,
Oh
Madman's
my
World.
goodness. This is just, yeah, I was talking on a I talked for a really long time on an interview the other day, and one of the things I said was, and I think used the number 20,000. I said, imagine if somebody had 20,000 followers that were willing to give them $1 a week. They could then be an artist and be free and carry on creating. And what's really exciting is you've got just over 20,000 followers and people that can now engage directly with you and hear your voice. And I can't wait to see what else you're going to write as well, because having seen some of the lyrics you've put together, they are beautiful.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
last question, because we're getting like hurried on by invisible pool that no one can see, but that we can hear. Um, I'm going to ask, so the lovely Lizzie has created these questions. And Lizzie, I'm really sorry that I haven't followed them exactly, but I think we kind of got there. I guess, what's most exciting to you, or a project that you really love in Web3 right now? What's going on in the space that you're like, that's cool, and I find that inspiring, and I'm excited to sort of, you know, see where that goes and follow the journey. Is there anything specific going on right now that you think is particularly awesome?
For sure, the music that Death Row is dropping, it's really, really awesome to see the exclusives and hear the exclusives. And then just on a whole nother side of things, I am a bit of a gamer. I have a little brother, and he's somebody who like has me heavy in it. So I actually was introduced to just the idea of it years ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. There was like this station in Best Buy, and they had like the Oculus and the stuff like that, and just all of these things to where we could try it. And they were like, yeah, you know, it's the, you know, music piece, it's the game. You can kind of pick what you want to do. And so even when it's crazy how everything has evolved now, because it was literally that, and they were telling us, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And to see it really come into fruition is crazy. So I'm
Yeah.
big on the music side, but I am a gamer, so I'm a big kid at heart. I would love to.
You're in perfect company with Gala then, because we like music and we like games too. I don't know if you know
Yeah.
that. So my last question to you is another kick-ass woman. Sorry, that was very British of me, a kick-ass woman. That you would like to see coming into the space and engaging in a way that you're about to with fans directly and releasing stuff onto the blockchain direct from you. Who, musician or otherwise, who's someone that you think, hell yeah, that would be great if they came and joined the party? Who would you like to see in the space?
Hmm. I would definitely love to see, I'd say some of my R&B peers, you know, like the Hers and the Ari Lennoxes and even like Lizzo. I feel like if Lizzo really, you know, dominated and came in, well, yeah, if she came in, she would dominate in her own right, because she already dominates a lot of the web now. So I feel like, you know, artists like that will really bring light to it, to where it'll be like, yo, this is crazy. I gotta check this out. So yeah, definitely
Okay,
those are the
we'll give her a call. One of us, yeah.
yeah.
We'll give her a shout and say, hey, you're missing out. Come play.
Yeah.
Okay, the fabulous Jane Handcock. I just want to say thank you for being our very first Web3 women and promoting women and music and just raw bloody talent. That was beautiful what you sang, and I think hopefully the Gala community will see you again soon. I know the Death Row community will see you again soon, and Web3 is a little bit better now that you're in it. So welcome, and
Thank you
thank you
so
very much.
much.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take care, guys. See you all soon.